Everything's great. Everything's grand. You're the best. You're the beautiful. We're Splash Pages.
Very
All
cool.
the way from Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. Sounded like he
With
was
that
from
accent.
Scotland, but he was in Kentucky.
Hi.
His stories were absolutely excellent, though.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree.
I just like how all I did was talk about horror, and then 20 minutes later,
yeah,
I'm like, well, that just took most of that interview. I was just like, are you a horror fan? He was like, am I? Yeah. Let's pour the Bloody Marys and get nuts. I'm like, oh boy, he said get nuts. Don't let Madagascar know. He said get nuts. What? Huh? All right. So
it's time.
Are you guys ready for another really short news week?
Yeah.
Well, we could always banter for a half hour.
No.
We could.
I want to see if we can do it, Char.
Leo,
I
you're
want
muted.
I'm muted.
Leo's like,
Leo.
How the crap did I get muted?
I have no idea. But
you muted yourself.
Ah.
Variant watch, ladies and gentlemen. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Yeah. I was saying, we could make the hour and a half. We're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, we could. This March, witness the dynamic duo of Peter Parker and Miles Morales as they unite for the thrilling adventure, showcasing a double dose of web-slinging action in the upcoming series Spectacular Spider-Man, penned by acclaimed writer Greg Weisman and illustrated by legendary artist Humberto Ramos. And adding to the anticipation, the debut issue of Spectacular Spider-Man will feature a special foil variant cover crafted by superstar artist David Marquez. This breathtaking depiction captures both Spidey in their element and showcases their extraordinary abilities. Make sure to grab this coming up in March. Foil variant. I love the 90s. That should be like the saying now. Variant watch. I love the 90s.
Okay, hold on. Do I need to redo the intro? Where it's
no?
Make it like Saved by the Bell or something.
Oh my god! I wish I could remember the.
I'm gonna
make a news intro still.
I'm gonna look for a '90s template. Ooh.
Oh my! It would be so fully embossed.
I don't want to see Zach Morris on the big stuff. I'm like, it'd be horrible.
A nice number 50. Yeah.
That's a good cover.
That's what kicked it all off.
Was it really pretty?
Yeah.
That's a little comic history, folks.
What was that?
The Silver Surfer number 50, where they fully embossed the cover. I'm sure Leo has a picture of it somewhere.
I'm sure Leo
has it somewhere.
Oh my god! I had a crap.
97 copies.
I gave a bunch of them away.
Good for you.
Hang them on the tree at Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, the reflections off the lights would have been pretty kind of cool. That's what we need to do. Little comic book covers, but fully embossed and foil variants and all that stuff from the 90s. I need to make a Christmas tree like that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm sure your lady's going to have fun with that one.
Oh, yeah. That's already been vetoed.
Oh, yeah. So moving on. So,
okay.
Carrie,
so,
gun.
All right. This is, I believe it's the motor. Well, I don't know how his hands would work with that.
That's the motorcycle?
No, because he's not riding it, but it's a double gun and his hands look strange when they're holding it. But this is cover number 2 for Ghost Rider Final Legends. If you remember back 2 weeks ago, we did all of the variant covers for number 1 that'll go on sale on. That's my cat stepping on the Infinity Gauntlet, by the way. She likes to set off the button.
Are
But
you saying Hinata is inevitable?
yes, she is. She steps on it every time she walks by it. It's kind of fun. So this is new artwork for by Danny Kim for the new Spirit of Vengeance, written by Benjamin Percy, and the person who is taking over the Spirit of Vengeance is Parker Robbins, aka the Hood. And so we're going to have an evil Spirit of Vengeance going on who's going to try to tear up and make bloody demonic hell through the criminal underworld. And Johnny Blaze has to rise back up from hell in order to take the mantle. Um, it looks like it's going to be hell on earth until unless Blaze can get back up and strip the Spirit of Vengeance away from the Hood. And I don't, if we go back up to the
the concept art.
yeah, the concept art,
I'm
to
not a
me he
fan.
looks, yeah, I'm not
Evil
either.
Knievel?
Like who Evil Knievel hanging out at Hot Topic, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, I
It's a little too
don't want
much spikes and
it's straight
it's weird.
there's no built bulk of anything, but
Guys,
the
He
issue
needs
one
a cod
goes
piece.
uh issue one goes on sale on March 13th, and the second one that we just showed the cover for will be on the 18th of April.
I like
And both of
that.
those are, and that is by Juan Ferreira. And I
Mhm.
think it's gorgeous, but I am with you with, I don't know how, I'm not excited about the Hood
No.
becoming the Spirit of Vengeance. And I don't actually, I don't see how it fits in with him, because he would be somebody in my mind that the Spirit of Vengeance would be out to get. He already has all these demonic powers and he's a
Well,
horrible person.
well,
And
Carrie, can if I may?
yeah, oh yes, please, because I
Yeah.
would like to,
So
yes.
I think the thing that is interesting is that Parker Robbins has been host to demonic entities before. And we saw this originally when he was introduced back when Brian K. Vaughan was one of the main architects that introduced him, is that he looked like a common criminal, but his hood had supernatural powers. And then in Bendis's run of New Avengers, we saw that the entity granting him his supernatural abilities with the hood and also his weapons was the Dread Dormammu, which of course eventually Dormammu's power left Parker Robbins as he didn't find him to be a suitable, I don't think avatar is the right word, servant. Um, and then I seem to recall there was a thing where the Hood, because at that time the Hood had, you know, his little mini criminal enterprise of C and D list supervillains trying to make their name in the criminal underworld of the Marvel universe. Then he used some power from Loki to try again. And I seem to recall there was one or two other instances for Parker Robbins, but then he kind of fell off the map. So to see him back here, I also do know that Benjamin Percy did have a confrontation between Ghost Rider and the Hood in one of his now previous runs. So probably that laid down some foundation. Is it an orthodox choice? Yes. Does it kind of not make sense within the mission of what we know the Ghost Rider? Sure. But Benjamin Percy has been doing really good with X Force. I loved his Wolverine versus Predator storyline. Thought that was awesome. And I'll check this out, but it's just like anything. If it turns out not to be to my liking, then well, okay, cool. Well, we'll just wait for Johnny Blaze to be Ghost Rider again. I mean,
It'll be
you only
Poor Johnny.
you can only send him and Danny Ketch to hell so many times.
Yeah.
So
The lunch lady down there is just like,
That
oh,
was a
you're
great
back. She cried.
yeah, at this point, they like I said, Ketch and Blaze are the Marvel version of the supernatural Winchester brothers. I mean, they've just been to hell so many times. Who cares? Just I was like, oh, you're here again. Cool. All right, how long is your stay? You know, so we'll see. You got to carry the one thing I say is, while it's a little strange, you got to give them at least credit for trying something new.
I do. It confused me a bit because it's kind of like
Fair
I
enough.
could see that happening with other ones, but I'll give him a fair shot. I tried
Fair enough.
to. It's just kind of like I said. This artwork isn't my favorite, and
Yeah,
the concept is a little different. So,
fair enough.
but
When
but I
it's
was
when is it
excited when
coming
I've
out?
seen the coverage. They look
Is
great.
it too much cape? Too much
Yeah,
cape?
it's very Spawnish.
Yeah.
You know, Hell's
I
Hell's
picture
No
Hell's.
capes.
it's a bit symmetrical too, honestly.
Yeah. All right. So Carrie, they said this comes out. This whole Hell menagerie starts in March.
Okay, yeah, March
March
13th is issue 1, and we
Mhm.
saw those covers back 2 episodes ago. We did all of them. And the cover that
Mhm.
we saw for this one comes out in April on the 18th.
Okay. Cool.
So you get that
Nice.
gorgeous. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is gorgeous. So I
All right,
I will
Carrie.
give them that.
And now that
And
you
that's
said the cape's Spanish, that other one looks Spanish to me. My
There
God
you go.
damn it.
You're welcome. Moving on. What's next, Leo?
Yeah, Ramona Fradon, a true trailblazer in women in comics. She has decided to retire at the wonderful age of 97.
Wow.
Oh,
She's had an amazing career. She's been a major force in the world of comics, especially known for her incredible work on Aquaman over at DC and
Mhm.
bringing to life the Brenda Starr Reporter comic for 15 years. Even after semi retiring in 95, she kept her passion alive by working on commissioned illustrations, but now she is taking a well deserved break from it all. Totally an inspiring journey. 97, a huge bucket of wind,
Absolutely.
as
Bravo.
Kevin Smith would say.
Seriously. I mean, when you think again, it's really great to see like she's 97. She was a woman working in comics at a time when it was extremely male dominated. She had notable runs in Aquaman, like that was the Silver Age reinvention. The backstory, the secret identity, Arthur Curry, lighthouse keeper. She co-created Aqualad, and fun fact, she co-created Metamorpho with Bob Haney in 1965. So I was like, hey, cool. I think her last work in comics was she did a Lois Lane variant for Superman issue 4, and that was like in 2023.
Good for
So yeah,
yeah,
I
she's
mean,
looking good.
yeah. So I mean, listen, if people who worked industry like Alan Bellman, the late great Alan Bellman, can be almost, or if not slightly over 100 years old, and still going to cons, still fairly have sound mind, still working, still enjoying everything, I say, hey, do it until it's no longer fun or you just can't do it anymore, and then rest. You've earned it. So happy complete retirement now. So
Fun fact,
concur.
Alan Bellman, we actually have an interview of him somewhere in the queue.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Always heard nice things about him.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, congratulations on her complete retirement, and we hope she gets a lot of sleep. Naps are great. Yes.
You're up, Drew.
This is me. So, Creature from the Black Lagoon is back, baby. So, Skybound Entertainment, that's Robert Kirkman's company behind The Walking Dead, Invincible, and its screen adaptations, is bringing the Creature from the Black Lagoon back into comics. So, Dan Waters of Lucifer and Ram V, who, as we know from his soon-to-be concluded Detectives Run and The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, are writing Universal Monsters, The Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives. So this is a 4-issue miniseries. Matthew Roberts, the co-creator of the long-running Image titles, Manifest Destiny, is drawing it with the legendary Dave Stewart acting as the colorist. So I believe this is like the second of the collaboration between Skybound and Universal Products experiences, because we know of the extremely well-received Dracula series that's by Martin Simmons and James Tynion, the fourth, which has been extremely well received. But this is different because this is not an adaptation like Dracula is. This is kind of, I think, a continuation. This is a modern day set story suspense, intrigue, terror that connects to the original stories. So it's going to introduce new characters, like the woman there is journalist Kate Marsden. And it's also going to introduce a serial killer, Darwin Collier. We'll also bring back Dr. Edwin Thompson, who, if you guys remember the iconic Creature from the Black Lagoon, he was the scientist that got his face all mangled up by the quote-unquote gill man, and then he was later covered in bandages. So the story will see journalist Marsden hunting down the notorious serial killer in the heat of the Amazon. Hot on the trail, she then experiences a new threat, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, where she must determine, is he friend or is he foe?
Bum, bum, bum.
Indeed. Bum, bum, bum. So the first issue is going to hit comic shops April 24th. So check that out. And I guess, there are some things scarier in the water than just sharks.
I can't believe we're already talking about books coming out in April. Oh, the year goes by so quick.
Yeah, I know, Char. It's almost as if January was just yesterday.
Yesterday.
Skyben's been doing a great job. I've been enjoying their Transformers run. And I have to ask, do we have to wait for the paper 3D glasses to come in the mail?
No, but if you do bring them, they said it will not affect reading the book in any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
I know, right? I know, buddy. So get on that, right?
Yeah. For those of you younger viewers, when Creature from the Black Lagoon came on TV, it was in 3D, and you had to go to your newspaper to get the.
I'm ready.
Oh, you got it? Oh, no way! Hold on.
Hello. I can see you in all the dimensions. Let me tell you, you're looking good.
I can't believe he had a pair of 3D glasses handy. That's pretty good.
I cleaned my apartment. Okay, I know where things are now, which means all I have to do is just shoop, shoop, and be like, got a sword.
Now you can go see Jaws 3D in the theater.
Yep. Too much. All the three. Way too much. Way too much sharks. Not enough to eat. I mean, what? Moving on.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
all right. Wow.
Oh, we got 7 minutes.
We'd write a fabulous reaper real quick. That'll take 20 seconds.
What's that?
We have one comment.
Oh,
for a hi.
Oh, look at us.
Who?
Nobody was watching.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. Hello there.
Hey, fabulous reaper. Thank you.
Hello there.
Must
keep
be Jenny,
reaping.
right?
Yo, girl, keep reaping.
Yeah. Got to keep figuring out who she is. She sneaks on with a new name every time.
That's how we'll know.
How many or how many accounts does she have?
Enough.
All of them, I think.
Thank you. We love you back. You and all of your numerous aliases. So, all right, Leo, I mean, I don't really have much else. It's just been cold and snowing, and I don't want to drive anywhere because I don't want to get in any accidents because I've spent too much money fixing my car.
Yeah, it's definitely everybody needs to stay safe out there, especially with this cold weather. We had rain earlier after the snow, so it's now like an ice rink outside.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's
your tops on, give a little drip because you do not want your pipes exploding in this kind of weather, depending on where you're at. We've been in the negs for a while here in Nebraska, and yeah, my landlord was going through making sure everything was up last night. So make sure that's bad. You really don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Carrie, that's a great suggestion. Yeah, just have your water running a little bit, and that should help. Keep the pipes from freezing.
That's true. Yeah, and make sure to bundle up a lot of hot cocoa and cider and tea. And for these two, these got Leo and Jeremy who sip their goddamn coffee. Yeah, I still don't know, Jeremy. Okay,
but a hot cocoa sounds so good, though. I might have.
I'm gonna switch over to Theraflu.
Oh God. So
yeah, I'm going hard tonight.
So before we do sign off, everybody, I just want to let you know about our great guest next week. So Leo, I don't know. Is this where you pan to me? I never know what to do with this. God damn it, he really did. I shouldn't have said anything. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us for the show. I'm using a nifty thing, so I don't have to position my phone on my computer anymore. So this is great. Thank you, Christmas presents. But that's not what I'm calling about. Next week, we have a great creator on. We're going to have the legendary creator Phil Hester on. We're going to be talking about his book that he did with the great Tom King, Gotham Year One. We're going to talk about some of the other highlights of his career, most likely Green Arrow, stuff he did, Green Hornet, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, a bunch of other stuff that he's done in his already iconic career. Plus, he's a really great guy. We got to interview him at Terrific Con. And we're really excited. So we really hope that everybody is able to read so that you'll have questions for him, because you don't want to just hear us talk for another hour.
And being illiterate is no way to live life.
Indeed.
No.
No way to live life.
So,
Awesome.
Leo,
Well,
so we sign off?
Yeah, on that note, I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. And, for me, you know how to find me. Just Google me. But I run a little thing called the Dorkening Podcast Network. Head on over to thedorkening.com, which I believe the new site launched tonight. And you can learn a bunch more information there. And, and check out our Splash Pages YouTube page. We got a lot of awesome stuff happening over there. And, if you can't make the full show, you'll see a bunch of clips and stuff over there. And also times when we're at conventions, a lot of cool stuff. So head on over to our Splash Pages YouTube page, and we'll throw it over to Jar Jar.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's Tuesday night. We're all done. We're going to go home. Well, we're already all home. We're going to go to bed now. I've had a wonderful weekend, and so glad that we got to talk with Aaron. He was a great guest. Follow me on Facebook and check out Comic Book Lovers Buy, Sell, Trade, and Auction House on Facebook. And come watch us next week at 8 o'clock on YouTube or Facebook.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Carrie.
Hey, everybody. You can find me over at Carrie Sanders on Facebook, and it links out to everything that I have, my author page, my Owlite stuff. I'm on the Owlite Network as well as this one, but we're part of this one, so it gets confusing for me sometimes. We have a 24-hour podcast actually coming up in a couple of weeks we're trying to catch it towards the end of January on the Owlite, where I will be spending 3.5 hours reading Alice in Wonderland, as it is now in the public domain, because we're all about storytelling over on the Owlite Network. And if anybody wants to come hang out, watch, do things like that, come check us out. I have no idea what we're doing this week because I've had my internet gone and I've been kind of whiny because I don't use my phone for things like other people do. So have fun. Take care. Thank you for joining us. Subscribe, like, love, everything. Do that stuff. We're going to go take off before we get over an hour and a half so that Drew can finally have one. Let's go, guys.
There we go. Yeah, we got less than 30 seconds. Drew!
Yep.
Who can it be now? It's just me now. Everybody, it's very simple. I'm Drew. You can find me on Facebook, GhostBuncherman1984, on Instagram. I'm still working on getting my stuff done for Screen Rant. Everything's great. Everything's grand. Thank you so much for coming. You're the best. You're the beautiful. We're Splash Pages. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Excelsior!